upgraded and improved. In this video I fit and test the newly launched RSTech belt drive kit 2.0 for the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. I'll break down the key upgrades, explain gear ratios, one of the most asked questions on my channel, and restore my bike back to stock ratio for a real rider's perspective on both available setups. If you're still on the chain, I'll also suggest an easy upgrade to help you higher gear your bike for lower engine revs at top speeds. And best of all, a new solo method to check your belt tension, fixing a major complaint from last time. Exactly 1 year ago I made my first video about an RSTech belt drive kit fitted to a friend's Royal Enfield Continental 650. At the time I had no idea this technology even existed for Royal Enfields, and to be honest I was a bit skeptical.
Had a belt drive fitted to the bike, replacing the chain drive. No more grease flicking up on the back of my bike or on my clothes, and I'm finding it really good.
Then the designer approached me with an opportunity to be the first to test it on my Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Back then my YouTube channel had just 500 subscribers, but within weeks that video racked up over 50,000 views, an incredible response that proved just how much interest there was in this product. Now, 1 year later, RSTech have given me the opportunity to be the first to trial their newly revised belt drive kit. This time it features a double flange for easier alignment and running, and a nickel-plated front pulley for enhanced durability.
So we're fitting the new version 2 of the RSTech belt drive to Teacher T's bike today. The difference between the two is in the front pulley, it's both the same high tensile steel, both the same shape, looks the same. The main difference in the front is in the finish. This is like a gun, black oxide treated. This is a low phosphorus nickel plating. This coating's a little harder than this. Doesn't really matter, frankly. It's high tensile steel. It's more beautiful. The main thing on the front is that the flange is now made as a separate piece rather than in one. It's easier to make that way, and really no practical engineering or performance difference. This flange is pressed on and then retained by screws. It is not coming off. The belt will break before that flange comes off. And if you have enough pressure on that flange to break it, you're very, very out of line. It's beautiful. It's beautifully machined. It's lightweight. It's lighter than a cast pulley. Weight's important. Remember Colin Chapman, simplify and add lightness. This entire system is not only lighter than the chain, but it's about 1 kilo lighter than if you cast the pulleys. Cast are cheaper, but it's nicer. The rear pulley between generation 1 and generation 2 is the flange. We've gone from a single flange to a double flange. Again, no engineering reason, but this allows it to be lined up simpler for the end user. It's a lot easier to line it up dynamically with the belt running between the flanges than it is to line up a belt and a flange you can't see, because this is inside the case. So, no valid engineering reason other than easier to align. The fitment on the belt, shuffle these bits around out of our way, is absolutely perfect. Okay? So that's why there's no chain snatch or belt snatch. So as the belt loads and unloads, it just loads a different face. There's no backlash, there's no clunking in the transmission, there's no change in attitude as you enter a corner from throttle on to throttle off.
Yeah, I absolutely love that.
Yeah, one of the big advantages of belt drive. So very nicely made. Hey, it's just high quality machine work.
The Super Meteor 650 comes with a 15-toothed front sprocket and a 40-tooth rear sprocket, giving it a 2.66 to 1 final drive ratio. This setup provides strong low-end torque and smooth acceleration, making it great for city riding and relaxed cruising. A very popular modification that's quick and affordable is swapping the stock 15-tooth front sprocket for a 16-tooth sprocket. This changes the final drive ratio to 2.5 to 1, effectively tour gearing the bike. This equates to lower engine RPMs at cruising speeds, making highway riding more smoother and more comfortable, and potentially better fuel consumption. The only downside is slightly slower acceleration. RSTech has replicated these two gearing ratios in their belt drive systems, giving you the flexibility to choose what suits your riding style the best. Standard gearing matches the stock 15-tooth front sprocket, keeping acceleration and torque as Royal Enfield intended. Taller gearing option is designed to mimic the effect of a 16-tooth front sprocket on a chain drive, reducing RPMs at cruising speeds for a smoother, more fuel-efficient ride. If you're considering a belt drive conversion, you could first test the gearing on your chain setup to see which one works for you best. That way, when you make the switch, you know you've got the perfect setup. I'll be doing a full review soon, comparing both gearing ratios in terms of comfort, fuel economy and acceleration, so stay tuned. Since last year, RSTech has made some big strides in the motorcycle world. Their belt drive kits now fit the Interceptor 650, Continental GT 650, Super Meteor 650 and the Shotgun 650, giving riders a smoother, low-maintenance alternative to chains. Now let's talk about the belt. One of the most important parts of the conversion, RSTech has chosen Gates belts, a brand well known for durability and reliability. But here's the best part, they've selected lengths and gauges that are commonly available worldwide. This means you're not locked into buying an expensive OEM belt like you would be with Harley or Indian, even though they also use Gates belts.
So, if you have an OEM only belt and you need a belt for whatever reason, you're out of luck. If the kit manufacturer is on the other side of the world, has no stock, is not in business, whatever reason, you can't go down to the Gates dealer and buy one. This, you go down to your Gates dealer and that's an industrial belt. The part number on that belt, this is the Super Meteor, is 14 MGT-1890-20. So you just go buy one.
So wouldn't it be in your interest to make a belt a couple of teeth shorter, and then you would have rights on selling that belt? Wouldn't that be better for you?
Yeah, but then the customer's screwed. So is it better to have a product that the customer's locked into buying from you, or is it better to have?
It is for you.
Well, but it's better to have open source. That's why I like open source software.
So if ever you need a replacement, you know you can source one easily without breaking the bank. Now that's a really smart move. Even better, these kits are now stocked and sold worldwide by some of the biggest names in the industry. Hitchcock's Motorcycles UK and Baxter Cycle and Western Cycle Supply USA. This means easier access, faster shipping and more support for riders looking to make the switch. Would you swap your chain for a belt drive? Please let me know. Or maybe you already have, so please comment to let others know how you're getting on with this belt drive kit.
We want to set the belt tension when the distance is the greatest. Because it's moving on an arc, that distance is greatest when the pulleys are in line with the swing arm pivot, or as in line as possible. It may not be possible to get it completely in line. So we're going to try to line it up as best possible, which is the longest distance, hence the tightest belt. We're going to set that at 10 millimeters. Then going forward as a reference, depending on your shock length, when the bike's at full droop or on the center stand, shocks connected, full droop, that number will be less, probably around 12 on my Interceptor. But everything's going to be different depending on these. So we're going to set it at 10, in line, measure full droop with the shocks connected, and that is our baseline reference for belt tension going forward.
So it's front pulley, swing arm to rear axle, is that right?
Right, all in a line.
All in alignment.
So Gon's going to tell me here what I need to do, and I'm going to jack up the back wheel so that everything is in line.
Okay.
You good there? A bit more?
More. Okay. Okay.
You're in line? I'm good at the back?
Yep.
You're good at the front? All in line?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're going to use our gauge, set at 10 pounds of tension. So we're going to push up on the belt, 10 pounds at 10 millimeters. That's where we want it to be.
If you're looking for a detailed guide on belt tensioning or a full comparison of the two belt drive ratios, you're in luck. New videos are on their way covering everything you need to know. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ride safe and enjoy the journey.